It's time for JUCOJAM, presented to you by Dream Big Athletics, hosted by Tad Slowick, an exciting new podcast bringing you all the great action from JUCO baseball. Here you'll find weekly updates from around the country, highlighting the teams, players, and coaches who impact the game at the junior college level. Everything you want to learn about JUCO baseball can be found here and on our website at dreambigathletics.com. There you'll find our weekly team rankings, the top player rankings headed into the spring, and all the news of what is happening in the game at the junior college level. On this show, you will have many guests, coaches, players who will give us insight on the day-to-day, behind-the-scenes working of junior college baseball. And now our host, Tad Slowick.
Welcome, baseball fans, to JUCOJAM. I'm your host, Tad Slowick with Dream Big Athletics, and we're here today with TylerJohnson, head baseball coach at McLennan, and GavinJones, left-handed pitcher and first baseman at McLennan also. Welcome, guys. How is everything going today?
Oh, thanks for having us. It's going good.
Yes, sir.
It's going good. A little chilly out here. So
yeah. How is the weather down in Waco now?
Well, the past few days it's been cold, but it's going to warm up today, so we'll be able to be back on the field.
Oh, so you guys get back out and stuff. Yeah, I was driving around in the car yesterday, and it said -10 on the car, and the wind was blowing, so I'm sure it was about -30. I live up in Chicago area, so that's kind of expected, but that's pretty insane weather.
Yeah, no thanks on that one.
Yeah, you guys probably get a little chilly when it gets down to 40 and 50, you know. And
oh,
stuff,
yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, yeah, and first, TylerJohnson, the last year was your first year at McLennan. You took over the program from Mitch Thompson. McLennan is one of the top programs, junior college programs in the country. We have you guys ranked at number 2 preseason. A lot of expectations at McLennan when you came in for your first year, and a lot of expectations again this year. Tell us about how the first year went for you here at McLennan.
Yeah, so first off, it was pretty thankful for Mitch and our athletic director, Sean Trocum, and our president, Dr. McCowan, just for letting that transition be really smooth. I was the assistant here for 4 years, learned a lot from Coach Thompson, and just having that transition be really easy from when he went over to Baylor, and it was kind of a done deal moving forward into it. It was, hey, when I leave, you're going to be the next guy. And so starting really kind of working towards that. But you can sit there and prepare all you want to be a head coach, but until you're in that actual role, you have no idea what you're in store for. The biggest adjustment was on the admin side, making sure I was organized with all those little things. A lot more computer
stuff
work.
You don't want to do.
Oh, yeah, exactly. A lot more computer work than when I was an assistant, sitting here making spreadsheets, planning things out, doing a bunch of different stuff. But on the baseball side, it was a lot of fun. Got to kind of put the spin that me and our coaching staff really wanted to put on how we wanted to run this program, and just trying to continue the success that this place has always had. So last year was a lot of fun, kind of up and down, but that's what made it fun on the coaching side of things. Had to really kind of get creative on some things.
Well, you have a big-time JUCO background. You played at Navarro. You were assistant coach at Blinn, and assistant obviously at McLennan before you became head coach. So the JUCO baseball seems like it's in your blood.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up on a junior college baseball field too. My dad was the head coach at Navarro for 16 years, and so
really?
That's my whole background, is growing up on a junior college baseball field. Learned a lot from just being around it my whole life.
Wow, that's great. And now, so what is some of your expectations here in year 2? Hopefully things go even smoother than year 1, and, you could get down to the brass tacks of, basically getting out there and coach the kids and having some fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the biggest things for us is we wanted to go into this year with a little bit of a smaller roster. We have 35 guys, which was something that was really important to us, because when you get real big, it's really hard to make the connections you want to make with your players and really get down into getting after it with them on a day in and day out basis. And so we have 35 guys, and really excited from building off the fall of what we were able to accomplish with these guys. Was able to get in there and just work on the development side of things. At the end of the day, junior college is a place for 1 to 2 years for these guys. But while they're here, we're going to try to make as much of an impact as we can on them. That's going to help them springboard further into their career. And the expectation for this year is just to go out and and compete. I like the team. I like the guys we got. It's a pretty tight knit group, it seems, in that locker room, which was another reason why we wanted a small roster. And guys love to come to the field every day, which makes it a lot of fun to coach.
Yeah, and you guys open up next week, and then you got that big tournament in Panama City. I mean, I counted. I think based on our preseason projections, I think you play over 20 ranked teams on your schedule. So
Yeah,
you don't have an easy schedule. Panama City is probably the toughest tournament of the year in junior college baseball, in my opinion. And, heading over to Florida and playing all those quality schools and, schools coming down from the north. I mean, everybody wants to play in that tournament, and it's going to be highly competitive. Looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, it's that tournament's always fun to go to. Start the year off out there. You get to really kind of figure out where you're doing well, and at the same time where you got to work on. It puts kind of everything into perspective, and it's a good test for our guys right then and there. It's also just a fun trip overall. We stay right there on the beach, guys. It's a fun trip on the side of those guys get to kind of come close and hang out with each other for about 5 days of just them. Hey, it's just us and them. We're on a bus. We're staying on the beach. We're playing baseball, and we come home. And so it's a lot of
good
fun.
Team bonding there.
Absolutely.
It'll be good to get you ready for the season. So
no doubt.
Yeah, it'll be good. And like I said, high expectations all the time. Now, GavinJones listed as our top player going into the spring on the Dream Big Athletics top JUCO baseball players. And congratulations for getting to that. And I know you got a lot of work ahead of you and stuff. You're committed to the University of Oklahoma, and you got good things ahead of you there. And what are you looking for out of this season?
Really the main thing is, we want to go out and we want to, win the national championship and go to Junction. But really, I mean, I love this team, and we've only been here 6 months?
Yeah, just about
6 months, and everybody. I mean, it's a family, and it's crazy how in that small amount of time, we've grown into a real big family, and we all back each other up.
Well, that's great. And you're from White Oak, Texas. And, what influences have you had that have kind of helped you get to this point in your career in baseball so far?
Really just, I mean, I would say self-drive. I mean, I'm a very self-driven person. It's been my dream since I was a, little kid. And I just felt like, I mean, I drive myself to do everything I do. I mean, I was never the kid, to go out and party and stuff. I was always, up at the field doing stuff, and that's the thing about here. I mean, there's a lot of other guys here that are just like me, and that's why I think we're such a tight knit group.
Yeah, you guys are able to push each other and get things going, and be able to rely on each other when things get down a little bit. And sounds like a good group of guys, and that from what you stated so far, you want to go to war with. So
Yes,
what are some of the biggest adjustments you've had to make coming into college baseball here?
I'd say the biggest thing is getting routine. Growing up in a small town, I wasn't really around all the big facilities and stuff, so I really had to do a lot of things on my own, YouTube videos, stuff like that, and never really had a set routine. I would just try things out, and if they didn't work, they didn't work, and if they did, they did. But now that I'm here, I have my own routine, and so each day I just do that, and then I can work on the small things I need to work on.
Yeah, I mean, they have great facilities at McLennan, and that's one thing that people sometimes don't realize about junior college baseball. The quality of the development program now, the facilities, you're able to have everything that you basically need to move yourself on to the next level. And, that's something that I think sometimes gets overlooked because, you guys got quality baseball field, quality facilities, and just good stuff to be able to work with. talk about preparation. Obviously, you pitch and you play in the field too. Is there a difference in any daily preparation knowing that you're going to pitch, or is it kind of the same routine, take BP and everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same. The routine that I've learned is very good, and it gets, my whole body ready to go for each practice. And ever since I've gotten on this routine, I mean, I'm ready to take on each day and do whatever I need to do.
Well, that's great. So in preparation, is there and you guys talked about any role, pitching wise? Is it going to be more of a starting role, bullpen role, or are you just going to take it as how he feels?
Yeah, so right now it's as a starter. Building him up as a starter. The biggest thing with the two-way guys is just kind of figuring out everybody's different. Everybody's a little bit different in how they recover. Everybody's a little bit different in how much they can handle. And so just a lot of communication between me and Gavin, our whole coaching staff and Gavin, and trying to figure that out. But as a starter, it makes it a lot easier. Hey, the days you pitch, you're pitching. Those other days, then you can hit. To where he's staying healthy throughout the whole year, because at the end of the day, we also know that he's got a bunch of bigger things ahead of him. We're going to do everything we can to keep him healthy while he's here.
Yeah, that is definitely, as a coach, is a tricky point, fine line. And, obviously it looks like you guys got great communication with each other. So, I guess it just communicate and see how things go as you move along also. So Gavin, I think the thing that everybody wants to know is, what's your walk-up song that you take to the plate that gets you fired up?
I'm going to have two probably. One for the mound and, one for the plate. And, I feel like I got to roll out to the mound with some rock, some like 80s rock or 90s rock or something like that. I don't have a set song yet, but that'll come later. But and then I was thinking probably for the plate, some little 90s rap or something like that. I like throwbacks.
Good. So you have quite a few things in your mind as far as songs that you have options there.
I have a couple artists, Motley Crue. I might come out with some Motley Crue. Maybe even some
Home Sweet Home.
Yeah, I mean that one. Trying to think.
It sounds like Motley Crue's your go-to.
Yeah,
Motley Crue is one of my faves. And then,
well, the good thing, Tyler, I mean, you get to hear all these songs, so so you get probably a wide array of music.
A very wide array. We have a rule, so my wife puts together all the walk-up songs, so it's got to be a song that she'll approve.
You got to get the stamp of approval, just like when you're at home. At the baseball field, you're in charge, but at home, we know who's in charge. I'm not in charge at my house, that's for sure. So
absolutely,
it's all good and everything. So any particular things, Gavin, that you do or in your preparation that maybe a little different than any others, or is it just kind of, just something that's evolved for you?
Probably one thing, especially my throwing, each day, I mean, a lot of days I throw with intent, like each day. Like, I mean, there's not a day where I'm just going to go out there and, lob the ball around. I'm always going to throw with intent. And I feel like that's a good thing because, I mean, each day I, have a plan, and each day, like, throwing with intent, I mean, it helps my arm get stronger and just keep everything healthy.
Well, that's great. Well, I know that, I was a pitcher, so pitchers always wanted to hit, but you kind of get the best of both worlds. Is there any you prefer more, or do you just enjoy both of them and going to take them as far as you can go with them?
Yeah, pretty much that. I mean, I'm just going to take each one as far as it'll let me. And when the day comes that I need to drop one or the other, I mean, I'm just going to let it happen, I guess.
Yeah, right. I was about to say, don't. A lot of people talk about his pitching because he's a big arm and he's got the velocity with really good stuff. Don't sleep on his ability to hit balls out of the yard either, though. It's pretty impressive sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's all we're going to talk about today, I guess, unless you guys have something else. I'm really looking forward. I'll be in Panama City to see you guys play. I really enjoy that tournament and just see all the early competition. And,
Mm-hmm.
I think I may even get a chance to see you over in Tyler right when you guys get back too. So I know they got some good quality teams over there. Iowa Western, Weatherford will be over there. And, obviously, one of the toughest regions in baseball you play in JUCO baseball you play in, and conference and state period. I'm sure you can argue with those guys over in Florida when you get over there about who's got the better baseball, but both brands of baseball and JUCO baseball in Texas and Florida are outstanding. And, I look forward to just seeing the action this year. And, I wish you guys all nothing but the best. And Gavin, good luck on your season on both the mound and in the field. And Tyler, in your second year, hopefully you get that trip to Grand Junction. So
absolutely, thank you. Thanks for having us.
It's good. Oh, that's it today for this episode of the JUCOJAM. Remember, if you want to see all the good things in junior college baseball, the most comprehensive coverage, we have that at dreambigathletics.com, and follow us all the time because you get to talk and see about these guys here at McLennan. So best of luck to you guys and have a great day.
You've been listening to JUCOJAM. For all your junior college needs, go to dreambigathletics.com and make sure to tune in to next week's episode of JUCOJAM.